Sundara Karma, the alternative indie band, announced at the end of 2024 they'd be heading their separate ways and calling time on what had been over 10 years as a band. So let's spend a few minutes looking back at their work. When I think back on my teenage years, though admittedly I'm not that far removed from them, I realised I had a new band almost every year, each one marking a different chapter. And I mean that in a way that, when I reflect on that time, I can almost hear those songs. One of those happened to be when this album dropped. I had wanted to see them multiple times, but never got the chance. Whether it was a festival or an upcoming show, the opportunity never arrived. Then I found out the band were heading their separate ways, so I had to find a way. And when I got the chance to photograph one of their last ever shows in Manchester, I couldn't resist. So here's to them and the impact they had. Taking their name from Sanskrit words meaning beautiful karma, the band formed in Reading in 2013. They released their debut single, Fresh Bloom, on SoundCloud, which got them praised for being indie's next big thing. Fresh Bloom helped the band land their first tour supporting Swim Deep and Wolf Alice. This resulted in them gaining popularity as well as the chance to perform at Reading's Introducing stage that same year. In 2014 the band released their single Indigo Puff with Chess Club Records. This is still one of their largest tracks to this day. In 2015 they released EPs 1 and 2 with some new and older songs, some of which would be used on their debut album. Their music had been slowly built up to the point that when the album dropped, fans were already familiar with their work. This was a success. The album hit number 24 on the UK Albums Chart and received silver certification. In 2019, something had changed. The band moved away from the stereotypical indie cliché, no hate at all, I love that album, and moved on to something a little more soulful. This album turned the band from "Oh, have you heard of?" to "This is Sundara." The main take from this album was I felt that it had the raw Bowie feel, but packed in some possible venue-filling tracks such as Higher States and Last Night on This Earth. In 2023, the band had one last album in store for their fans. They weren't going to end without a bang. Better Luck Next Time saw them return to their indie guitar roots, but with a few more years behind them and an incredible producer in Rich Turvey, a man who produced songs with Blossoms and Cortinas. This album felt like a way for the band to pass over the mantle and move on with their careers, whilst reminding fans of what they are. When I was travelling up to Manchester to photograph them, I wanted to make the most of it, getting there early to go around and sample some drinks. Manchester has always felt very home-like to me. Sundara have left a legacy many bands failed to reach. I'll leave a few of the photos from the show below.